Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to video number 158. In this video, I am going to discuss more on the if function in Excel. In video number 156, I discussed how to use the if function in a simple way. In today's video, I am discussing multiple criteria, nested if, and or functions, and you will see that Excel is excellent in using such arguments using the if function. So look at this slide. This is what I did in video number 156. As I told you that the if function can perform a logical test and return one value for a true result and another for a false result. For example, to pass scores about 70, then I use this formula, and later on I use this one. And today I am using some other example to show you the advanced use of the if function. So what I'm going to do is that more than one condition can be tested by nesting if functions in Excel, and you will see how we can do that. And the f function can also be combined with the logical functions like and or in Excel. So this I'm doing in this video, and you will see how to do this in Excel. So let me open my Excel file. Here is my Excel file, and I have some hypothetical data. Column A shows products or companies, and there are 10 companies. This is GM, Suzuki, Toyota, Mitsubishi, BMW, and so on. So there are 10 products or 10 companies, and column B shows the revenue, the quarterly revenue of these companies in $1,000. So this is the data, and these are the different criteria that I want to test and show you how can we do that. The first one is, let us suppose I use the if function to tell the Excel that if the revenues of the company is greater than 15,000, then mark that company is good, and otherwise don't write anything. Secondly, I'll show you that if the revenue is either greater than 50,000 but less than 20,000, then mark that cell good, otherwise show nothing. Similarly, I may give multiple criteria, and I can ask the Excel to mark the value of the revenue as good if it is greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000. But if the revenue is greater than or equal to 20,000, then mark that cell as exceptional, and the rest of them is should be given as values. Finally, I will use the OR function. For example, I can instruct the Excel to flag a particular cell if the revenue is greater than 20,000 or less than 15,000, then mark that particular cell as flag. So I'll be doing these multiple criteria using the if function. So let me start with the first one. I'll give this formula. You see, this is the formula: equal sign followed by if B2 is this, and that is greater than 15,000. So this is C16. This is C16 which I have fixed, and then B2 is that is for good, and show nothing. So if I press this, then I will drag this downward, and you see, let me check if this is true. So if revenue is greater than 15,000, mark that cell as good. So this is greater than 15,000, 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 and this is greater, and this is greater than 15,000, and rest of them are less than 15,000. So it has written nothing. So this is otherwise, this inverted commas, double inverted commas. Now let me switch over to the second, and here I will give this formula. And here the argument is that if the revenue is greater than 50,000 but less than 20,000, then mark that cell as good. Otherwise, don't write anything. So let me enter, and I'll copy this downward. So you see, there are only 3 values now, because the argument is that the revenue is between 15,000 and greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000. So if you look at this value, this is greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000. Similarly, this one is also greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000, and this one is also greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000, and the rest of the rows are blank. Now let me switch over to the third criteria, and here there are multiple criteria. So it says revenue is greater than 15 but less than 20,000. Then we ask the Excel software to mark that particular cell as good. Or if the revenue is greater than or equal to 20,000, then mark that particular company or revenue as exceptional, and the rest of them should be values. So if I press this, it will give me this. Okay, this is because this is less than 15,000. It is neither exceptional nor good, so it gave me the value. Now if I drag it like this, you see where the revenue is less than 15,000, the software using the if function has given me the values, and this is when the revenue is greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000. Similarly here also, and here also, the revenue is less than 20,000 but greater than 15,000, and exception is where the revenue is equal to or greater than 20,000. So you see, the job is done. Excel has done it in a very good way. Now finally, I use this, and I am asking the Excel, if the revenue is either greater than or equal to 20,000 or it is less than or equal to 15,000, then flag that particular cell. Otherwise, leave it blank. So I'll write this formula. So let me enter it. So here is the flag. Now if I drag is like this up to this point, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 are those companies where there is flag, and here the revenue is either greater than 20,000, greater than or equal to 20,000, or it is less than or equal to 15,000. The rest of the cells are blank. For example, this value is neither this is in between 15,000 and 20,000. So it is neither less than or equal to 15,000, neither greater than or equal to 20,000. Similarly, this one is also this is in between 15,000 and 20,000, and the values where there is flag, it is either equal to or greater than 20,000, are less than or equal to 15,000. So this particular one is 10,680, which is less than 1,500. But if you look at this one is greater than 20,000. So that's why it has a written flag to those where the revenue is either greater than or equal to $20,000 or less than or equal to $15,000. My dear students, this is very important and this is very interesting, how Excel can be used in advanced way by using the if function, where it can be combined with some logical argument like and or and the nested if. It's very helpful, it's very interesting. You can play with it and you can give a number of arguments, and Excel is capable of doing that for you. So if you like the video, you may subscribe to it, you may share it with your friends, with your colleagues, with your students if you are teachers, and do not forget to click on bell icon so that you can get updated information about my new videos that will be updated soon. And like it if you have any problem regarding understanding of the use of the multiple criteria, the nested if, the and or functions using the if in Excel. You may write down your question. I'll try my level best to come up with the logical answer. You may record your comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and good night.